119. We're in.
Yeah, talking about
Question.
a legit networking moment I had. Most of the time, networking is bullshit, but this was a legit moment of networking. And this guy asked me at one point, who are like your two favorite CEOs that you follow right now? And I was like, oh, that's such a LinkedIn kind of question, you know? Like I don't usually have my business hat on like that. And so I was a little bit like, I can't just like, I gotta like hesitate and make sure I make a nice move right here so I don't lose credibility in this moment.
Okay.
Because I did sell myself pretty heavy to get into this conversation with this guy. And so I think for a second, I wish I would have thought of the guy, Juan Jensen.
True, it was.
The CEO for NVIDIA.
Oh, NVIDIA?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure that's his name. Juwan Jensen. Yeah. It's not Juwan. Johan?
No, it's
Jensen.
Okay.
Found it. Jensen Wong. Wish I would have said that guy because he's from NVIDIA. I don't follow him enough. That guy is amazing. He has a Joe Rogan episode.
Gary V.
Gas. That's what I said. Let's go, dude. You feel me, dog. Let's
Feel
fucking
me?
go.
Come on, Bucks.
So then that's what comes to mind is Gary V. And then he's like, who's Gary V? And then I'm like, on one hand, if you don't know who Gary V is, this conversation changes my mind because I feel like you know what's culturally
Gary
going on
V?
here, you
Yeah.
know? But then, so then
Vaynerchuk.
I just started explaining who he is. And then I'm like, like for instance, okay, another person I follow, I guess you could call a CEO, is like Pat McAfee. And then explain Pat McAfee's come up. And then I explained how at one point he got with Gary V to see how they could scale his business in a better way. And this is at the point where he's like between 100,000 views and like 1 million views, probably back and forth in that range. And they had a year-long giveaway where the giveaway was crazy ridiculous prizes in the giveaway, like Super Bowl tickets, NHL tickets, tickets to the hottest play on Broadway, front row seats for this. And you would pay like your $10 or $20 to get premium membership, and with that you would get an entry into this crazy lottery they were going to do. And then they got all these people to like give them prizes more or less for ad exposure while they were running their own ad campaign for themselves. And that was like a perfect thing, and it ended up working. And that's kind of when they crossed the threshold into being viral like all the time. And then they got on ESPN pretty shortly after that, from just like the timeline of listening to the podcast. So I'm like, so that's what Gary Vee does, is like he goes to companies and does that kind of thing for people. And then at that point he was like, so mostly scalability, like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like the ability to scale yourself because you can scale. It'd be awesome to be Gary Vee in rooms because you could help anybody scale, but then you could also Pat McAfee yourself. And I was like, yes. And then, yeah, he wants to have coffee later this week and just see if we can like work on understanding scalability better, or like, you know, anyways we can optimize what we're doing and stuff like that. I was like, nice, bro. It's cool. Like, he was super chill. He was like, yeah, we're going to hang out for the Super Bowl if y'all wanted to come by and like just hang out and stuff. I was like, oh, I got plans, but that was cool. The real question is, who are the two CEOs that you follow the most, or you're most interested in, you're learning from?
I guess like we mean like COOs, like chief officers.
He said CEO in the sense of like a person that runs a company, like you're a person that runs a company.
Yeah, does Joe Rogan run his like company, his podcast?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, if Pat McAfee does, Joe Rogan certainly does, and he also does other things, like runs his own comedy, like for himself, you know. Yeah.
We're all CEOs of ourselves, dog. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Definitely, whenever you were talking, Alex Hormozy came to mind.
Okay.
You know, he's big and he's crazy, dog. He's into that world for sure. Gary V. Number one.
I guess in one sense, it felt like he was asking me, like, who are you a student of?
Jordan Peterson. Jesus Christ.
There's only one teacher, truly. Yeah, I'm with you. I was just reading that today.
I think Jordan gets pretty close to some of the expression.
Yeah, student of, and I brought up Jordan Peterson in the conversation, actually, now that
He's the man. He's the man.
I'm like, yeah, I want to present this idea to you, but it makes more sense if you're like Jordan Peterson fluent. And he's like, that's one of my guys. And I was like, okay, yeah. So like we constantly exist in the carcass of our dead father. Like that's just the structure in which we are birthed into. That's unavoidable, you know? And then he was like, oh, he's talking that talk, George. So that's
okay, I'm picking up. I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt like a true networking connection. And he could be just like a manipulative person, but he was like, yeah, no, Jordan Peterson. Okay, I get Gary Vee and Pat McAfee when you explain it to me. That's what's up. Like, seemed
what did he
chill.
say? Did he have two CEOs?
I guess I was pitching him like, hey man, if you ever, do you have any like ideas for our business or like ways to maybe to optimize what we're doing? And then he was like, and then led me in down like that was his line of questioning. So we kept going down that one. I didn't really have a time to like revert and come back and ask him who he was following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Trying to do some of that, dog. Just talking, doing what you want to do.
Yeah, it's like how does Joe Rogan run his business? He doesn't like put that on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you mean follow like a profile? Gary Vee's pretty sick because he does like explain things to you. You know, Hormozy explains things to you. So those are kind of like auto.
Does Joe have any books out?
Nah, but that book's gonna be dope as fuck though, dude.
Right,
Dude.
I don't think so. Does he?
No, I don't. We would know about it.
I think so.
I think we're at that point where we would definitely know about it. But dude, he's gonna definitely narrate his own book because of how much he recommends it to other people. His own audiobook.
Okay.
And then, God forbid, the day when we don't have Joe anymore, we'll always have that book, and that's kind of fire. That just made my heart feel better because I'll get so sad thinking about these people not being in my life anymore one day. But Joe's the man. So yeah, I'm with you in that sense where following is an interpretable word. Sometimes I get asked these questions in the moment, and then you think of better answers later when you're not in the moment. Like, have you ever been asked a question in an interview and you didn't answer like exactly how you wish you would have answered?
I'm sure. Probably. Nothing like sticks out to mind, but
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think there's always situations where you're like, probably could have said that better. I wish I would have said this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's two moments of interviews that stick out in my mind. One was just like at McMurray, they were interviewing me for a scholarship, and like I don't know why, but I like crushed the interview. And at the end, they're like, "Yeah, you have any other questions?" And I was like, "I don't know." They said something like, "Oh, we also just want to mention that our teachers are like of all religions. Like this is a Methodist university, and we know your dad's a Methodist pastor, but like your teachers are gonna be not necessarily like people who go to the Methodist church. Like there's a lot of diversity in our teaching staff, and we kind of like that because you get different perspectives while you're here in college." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's great. As long as you guys don't have any Baptists teaching anything." And like I was just like it was just a joke about like one, like duh, like that doesn't bother me, but then two, like like a rivalry, like a hometown rivalry. I was, I'm
it was a joke.
Yeah, from a small town football town. It's just a fucking. I thought it would be funny. I wanted to show some personality, and they did not like me after that.
I wanted to show some personality,
dude. I think there was a note from my interview that was like everything was perfect except final comments.
Oh no!
And I was just like, yo, like, bro. But also maybe that's colleges for you. You know what I'm saying?
Treating it like it's an open mic.
That's what I learned. Like something important.
Like, oh shit! That was not that didn't hit. The crowd hated that one.
Wrong crowd. Wrong crowd.
Know your audience,
dude. God. It was because I knew the interview went great too. I was loose, I was just...
Yes.
So yeah, that was one moment where I realized like when you get the yes, don't fucking shut the fuck up. That's like an important business thing you're supposed to learn is when you get the yes, stop talking. I learned that one that day.
Living and you learn. Living and you learn.
Another one was someone asked me, how do you like in the context of interviews being short, how do you get a good interview right?
Just do your best to speak the truth. But
well, let's say you're the interviewer and you got to make a good read on the situation.
Oof.
How do you get that right in that short amount of time? How do you make a good read on someone that fast?
I guess it's ideally a combination of your vibe, like the energy in the moment, but then also maybe having a structural, because we would have interviews and there was a couple questions that like I would make sure to ask like every time. So we can have like, what do we bare minimum necessity need to talk about and see if there's like any like just naturally occurring roadblocks. And then within that process, we'll get a vibe. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch a vibe. We're going to share a moment together.
Yeah.
And then we will know.
Yeah. So
maybe. And I know that what I know might not be true anyway, but I'm still going to keep on going, baby. I'm still going to keep on going, baby.
Yeah. No further questions. We've seen enough.
We've seen
Let's
it.
hire this guy on the spot. Yeah, dude. I agree with your sentiment so much. The vibe is really the thing. But then I realize, like in the interview, I'm like, I can't say vibe. I can't be like, you got to get a vibe on him, man. Like, I thought something along. I have to bring it down into something more tangible, right?
For sure. Please do.
But it was hard. Like, I definitely stumbled, and like, I feel like at one point I even maybe like laughed too hard at something that wasn't funny, like just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was uncomfortable.
Damn.
Right. And like, just thinking back on it, like, I didn't have the answer to the question. But I said something along the lines of, I'm trying to, I guess I want to find out about their competency. And if I can glean that from the interview, that's great. If I can ask them questions and they know, like, relatively in depth what they're talking about any one thing, that makes me feel good about knowing that they could do that with other things if we taught them. So we could come up with set questions. I agree with that. If we want to get like, we want the same 5 questions for everybody, and then we kind of look for these answers, and if they kind of meet that criteria, it's an automatic yes, and less like subjective if you'd like. And then and yeah, it's just like and then I'm trying to be like, like I feel it though, like I can feel if they're genuine or what's going on there, but then I'm trying to stay away from feelings. And I think I'm like when you get it right, it's always really good, and then if you get it wrong, it's usually easily fixable. And so I think I can kind of trust my instincts on that too. But what I think a better answer would have been is, I like to ask people, it's like, what do you know about?
What do you know about?
That's actually part 2.
What you know about?
Part 1 is like, what's your, hello, how are you doing? It's nice to meet you. Do you shake my hand? Do you sit down? Do you feel like a person? That's like step 1. When I talk, is it like a respectful conversation? Because if you can do that with me, then you can do that with other people. I got to find that out first of all. If that goes well, then part 2 is I'm like, yeah, tell me what you know about. And if they're like, I know about grapes, then I'm like, oh, cool. Tell me something like sophisticated about grapes. And if they can't make that jump right there, I'm like, okay, they're probably lying, Like that's an easy one.
Spit some bars.
Yeah. I'm like, you're here because you rap? Okay, let me see some bars. Mm-hmm. Like I gotta, or like sell me this dish. Okay, you're like a server, you know how to serve, you know what I'm saying? Sell me this thing. Like go ahead and use your imagination, use your past, I don't care. But like do the thing.
Give you the moment, yeah.
Yeah. And then also, how well do they handle that? Like, if they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, but I'm like, okay, cool. That's like a genuine reaction. We're having authenticity. I'm into that. Those things make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And then also, but it's funny when someone's like I can picture our friend Connor McKenna. Shout out Connor McKenna if you listen to the podcast. I'm not gonna mind this story. He'll definitely tell you he knows. Oh, I know all about beef. And then he gets something about beef, and it's like, yeah, cut at a butcher.
Cow, moo. Moo.
Yeah. And to the point where you're like, okay, like you're going to have to move the moment on from him. So yeah, like I want to see that, But I think those are, you can gather 2 things really quick there. Are they someone that has in-depth knowledge about anything? Are they honest about what they're doing? And do they have social interaction skills? And I'm like, if you pass check, for the most part, I'm like, give them a shot. You know what I'm saying? Worth a shot at that point. I mean, anything else, Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out.
You never know.
But those are kind of what constitutes how I get the vibe. I'm like, were you cool with me? Were you chill? And it's like, were you like real? And like, can you spit bars?
Okay, yeah.
And if you did all those things, I'm like, that guy was a vibe. Vibe check passed.
I think he's good. Yeah. I think he's good.
Yeah, facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's... But this was coming from the question of interviewing people or coming up with the...
Because I openly was like, it's important to get that interview right, and when you get it right, it's so beneficial, Like I was trying to also be like, I'm on the inside with you guys. I know what that feeling feels like, And the other guy who's like more skeptical of me is like, yeah, I agree with you, but it's like a hard thing. That's such an esoteric thing. Like, how do you get an interview right, or how do you know when you've gotten it right? And I was just like, that is a question. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, it's hard not to just say the vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
There's this new thing that's been presented to me that's like, sometimes I get asked a question in the moment, and I'm like, damn, that's a really good question that I'm probably not going to like do justice to right now. And then you go take like a long hot shower, and you're just like sitting there thinking about the question. You're like, who do I follow?
What do you mean? to follow.
Yeah. Look, there's only one teacher. You know what I'm saying? It's like, true truth, follow Christ.
Yeah.
All roads lead to heaven, babe. I'm talking. It keeps pointing back there.
Yeah, life is that complicated. It's so deep.
I like asking questions to the podcast people too. Give them something to think about in the car.
Think about it. Yes, dude. Super Bowl just happened. Hawks, congrats. Crushed them. People making money. People losing money. We were talking about the idea of maybe like the knowing the person who's making the Gatorade. Because people would be betting on that, you know?
First of all, yeah, you can bet on how long the national anthem is.
Yeah.
You can bet on the coin flip, color of the Gatorade.
First song of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's degenerate stuff, but that's fun, you know? Give everybody a $10 play card for underdog. Go make your parlay for these 5 events. It's like you have an opportunity to win $150 if you get them all right.
Come on.
That'd be fun.
Come on.
Gambling's getting introduced into our society, unfortunately. Maybe I should be more against that.
It's getting super integrated. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like all the kids are like, let me get my fucking bets in. Like even like, especially 18, 19, 20-year-olds are doing this.
Vegas is moving online. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. It really is. It's funny because Vegas is like...
The idea of Vegas.
They're clearly corrupt, right?
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
I've seen too much cinema. Too much cinema. No, but
I don't know anything.
If gambling is immoral and there were going to be a force that brought immorality into our lives, it would probably be Las Vegas is a likely suspect, you know? That just makes sense to me. But you get it. So yeah, that's the thing that's like, man, I don't want to see our society move towards immorality. That's definitely like the antithesis of Jesus' teachings.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of been a pattern. Repeated throughout time, I think. It's biblical.
Yeah.
It's biblical.
It's cool.
Thousands of years.
The story never ends like, well, no, that's not. I was going to be like, it's never like everyone just dies. I'm like, no, wait, that does happen in like a lot of places in the Bible. So yeah, it could, but I guess, yeah, there's a lot of promise that that's not going to happen again in the Bible too. And that the next time things are going to happen for the better. Next time stuff gets real, God's coming down to earth. Be like, whoa.
I wonder who's going to get to see it.
It's going to be like a person?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Right?
That's cool.
Coming in on a horse? Or no?
I'm not, is that in Revelation? I'm not there yet.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. But it's definitely worth getting into. But yeah, I forget exactly how it comes in Revelation, but it's going to be brutal. It's going to be crazy. Some crazy shit.
That'd be really nuts. Like,
who's gonna get to see it? Who's gonna get to see it?
Yeah. I don't not believe in the Bible by any means, but it's gonna be so weird when life turns into like Jesus's version of Lord of the Rings for like Revelation times, you know? Like, yeah, there's gonna be like a war going on, I guess, right? Like a Game of Thrones type war between like angels and demons. Is that what's going on here?
Something beyond comprehension for sure is going to be happening.
That would be like the craziest DMT trip
in our experience.
Yeah. Okay, that's a much better way to put it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think we're all in little cell pods sleeping somewhere, like in the Matrix, having like an inner dream, a God dream or something, you know? Mostly because I had a dream one time where that's what was going on. So like I have a reference point for that. Mm-hmm. But just the idea of like there's this outside dimension of like our understanding, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well just be in a pod, sleeping in water, dude.
Might as well, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your best to speak the truth. Man, it's all a dream.
Yeah, be blameless. I think that's like one of the most powerful pieces of scripture. It's like direct instructions. Mm-hmm. There's a way to like not, you know, to do right and kill everything. Like you can do the right thing and like things can go well for you. It's like that's possible.
Mm-hmm. It's a great story.
Did you predict the Super Bowl going the way that it went? Speaking of stories.
Kind of, yeah. a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think the Patriots. I didn't know it was gonna go that bad,
Yeah.
but I thought the spread was about right. Maybe like 3.5, 2.5. I was like, whoa, okay,
Hammer the Hawks.
that'd be hockey, hockey.
Hawkeye tuna. Let's go.
But, but yeah, they just crushed him. They just crushed him.
Dude, Drake May looks like a little boy.
Oh no,
You seen that?
no,
Like, I don't want to shit on the kid too much.
no.
And I'm barely not a little boy myself over here. But this dude, he just looked so young. He just looks so young.
How old is he? Like 23, 24?
Gotta be, man. Like, he's a sophomore? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, I think sophomore, third year at the most. It's only been first couple seasons for sure. 3 max. Neither of these teams are.
He's 23.
Damn, yeah, that's young.
Yeah.
That's a kid.
And he just looked really young yesterday. He looks a little bit like Gronkowski in these pictures, but that's not from the Super Bowl itself. But yeah, that's one thing I was thinking for sure. I'm like, dude, they had this kid in here playing for a freaking Super Bowl. Like, Darnold's not that much older, but this guy's like barely not a high schooler, Imagine, like, your 18-old version of yourself being in a Super Bowl. Like, it's like beyond you,
Yeah,
There's a lot going on.
They were going crazy. They were going nuts. That defense was going banana sandwich.
Did you see the Marshawn Lynch commercial at the end of the Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
It was like maybe like 3 minutes after they like had cut away from the MVP announcement. And so it's like, or maybe like a minute and a half because it's like the second or third commercial. And it was just like Marshawn Lynch, like with coffee. And he was just talking about, he was spitting bars about when you got to grind and they got to press you down. And then something about, and he's like, but then you take that sip. It's like, more or less saying, he says like, nothing tastes as good as when you get your lick back. And, the confetti falls, like it's green and blue confetti, and then it flips over to a new screen where it's like it says something dramatic like sour taste sweet, and it was like an espresso that he was drinking, and then it was like go Hawks, and it was pretty much like a revenge game for the Seattle Patriots when Malcolm Butler got that interception. But I just thought that commercial was crazy because it was like Marshawn Lynch was like talking his mess, and it was like a Nike paid commercial, and just being like, yeah, even though I wasn't there, my team still got revenge on y'all, and now it like feels good, tastes good. I hope you like that. And then I just thought that was a crazy commercial. I don't think that would have aired if they would have lost. There was probably like a Nike commercial with someone from the Patriots, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, doing
Yeah,
something
they
different.
had to.
Yeah,
Same when they had both colors of the confetti over, in the stadium. Whatever.
yeah, right. But I guess, yeah, Nike probably just bought that ad spot and made 2 commercials because at the end it was like a Nike commercial. But it was weird because he was drinking espresso, so I thought it was an espresso commercial. Then I'm like, wait, it's a Seattle commercial. I'm like, wait, it's a Nike commercial. Like, the guy, like, yeah, it was crazy. But it was a good one. That was one of my favorite commercials of the whole Super Bowl, was just Marshawn Lynch. Like, he was spitting bars about like coffee grounds and like their comeback and like how revenge is bittersweet. So you take that sip and realize sour is sweet. Nothing like getting your lick back. It was like confetti. I was just like, yo, what is happening right now? I feel like the meta, like I'm hanging out with Marshawn Lynch for a second. It was cool. That was a good one.
Got him.
Were there any commercials that you absolutely liked?
No, not really. Not particularly that I can remember. I was just chilling. We were just hanging out with the fam, eating some apps and sheesh, watching the game, watching the halftime show.
Yeah, that was kind of gas, dude. You didn't watch the?
But I didn't see like the very end of the game, really. After they got that pick six.
No, what did they call it? With the alternative halftime performance from Turning Point?
No, I saw that they had Kid Rock on it, though. I was like, why didn't you get like Brandon Lake or Forrest Frank? What are you doing?
That's a good question.
That would have been dope.
That's a great question. I don't know if Turning Point.
They had Brandon Lake at the.
I know.
Whatever.
Like the big conspiracy is that they have like Israeli connections and money, and so I don't know if they'd want Forrest Frank or Brandon Lake being the. Yeah, it's also less controversial to have. My name is Kid. Dude, Kid Rock goes crazy. It's probably a great concert, but it was not as great as Bad Bunny. Is what I'm getting around to. That was gas.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
No dress. I thought I was gonna wear a dress. No.
beat the allegations. We love to see it. Had two guys grinding for like 5 seconds, but there wasn't this mass like transgender
Satanic.
ideology behind what I saw there.
Mm-hmm.
No guys in dresses telling me to do things. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm into that. Just regular music, sweet. That's what I'm looking for.
We're dancing. Okay, we're chilling.
There was a ton of ass. Not gonna lie.
He was throwing ass.
The first 10 seconds of that performance was just like America getting a ton of ass. You got to think about it. It's all these children out there,
Kids.
It's a Super Bowl.
4 years old.
Granted, Janet Jackson. So like, stuff happens. Great Super Bowl
Leaning
performance.
towards immorality.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, yeah. I didn't see too much, or we'll see what happens after this. People will be watching stuff. Give us some time to analyze and theorize about the information that we're given and seeing. It's like, okay, we're gonna dig into this video, or the video of him, the performance itself. But I didn't see like any satanic or like anything too crazy.
No. No, not at all. And that could have been Bad Bunny's doing, Like he could be like a dude who's like, no, I'm not trying to do that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think at the end he said, what'd you say? What were you gonna say?
No, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, at the end he said in Spanish, like, I believe in you. It's like you have more power than you think. Like you should believe in yourself too. And that was like what his sign off message was, more or less, to America. And I was like, yo, that's pretty fire, yo.
Let's go.
That's a nice message to leave the kids with, So I don't know if I dislike Bad Bunny in that sense of like, is he one of those kind of celebrities,
Epstein celebs.
Granted, I don't know anything he says in any of his songs, so I can't really make a judgment based on his message.
Yeah, we're just vibing. We're just vibing.
The vibe is great.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Or it wasn't like, I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Just like, we'll see what happens.
I think if you're a fan of his, that was like a fire performance.
Yeah.
Like that was
Telling
absolutely
the story.
gas. Yeah.
Or it's like his cultural heritage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know why. I was like almost ready to shit on it when I started watching it. Because like the halftime show, I'm like,
what the fuck you got to give me? Come on.
Exactly. No, but it was gas, bro, immediately.
Okay. Yeah. I liked it. It was all right. But yeah, I think the performance had more views than the Super Bowl. And then I think there was like 500 million on the performance, I guess, which was on Apple TV.
Okay. That's a weird demographic. How did you watch it?
We had it through Peacock.
Yeah, I think Steve was watching it on Peacock too. But Apple TV is saying it was through its own app.
I think so.
Huh. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, but I think there was like 5 million for the Turning Point USA.
Oh, wow.
And then like 500 million for the Bad Bunny Apple halftime show. And then I think I said the actual game had like over 150 million.
Yeah. I don't even like the take. What's the take? We need American performers at the Super Bowl? We need an English performance? Like, what? No, we don't. I'm okay. I'm cool. Bad Bunny's cool. Pass the vibe check, bro.
As the interviewer,
Yeah.
how do you ever determine if anyone's worthy?
I look for a good message, I'm trying to find some kind of morality piece. And yeah, when at the very end, like, yeah, there wasn't anything crazy. And then he's just like, believe in yourself. I was like, nice, fucking
Nice.
sweet. Get his ass in here. We'll fucking
I'm
hire
here for
guy.
that.
Yeah.
Going international. More international games than ever in the NFL. It's huge. Super Bowl halftime. You could bet on the first song. That's crazy. But yeah, it's so integrated. You can bet on everything.
The betting's out of hand, bro.
Now we're making betting on everything so accessible and then so common.
It's out of hand, bro.
It's like, whoa, what's happening, bruh?
It's out of hand, bro.
It's out of hand, but then I had that hand and I doubled down on that hand.
Winner.
Bang!
Pay the man.
L. Like, no.
Dude,
Fuck.
most of the time with gambling, that's how it goes.
You just never know sometimes. But sometimes you can know sometimes.
I know what you mean.
Tony on the peyote.
I definitely know when overwhelmed by the feeling of truth. I know this is going through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, your honesty level with yourself. Are you gaslighting, gassing up yourself? Is there a way you're manipulating your feelings? You're like, no, I really feel it. I'm like, do you really feel it? to ask myself these questions.
Have to. Gotta check it. Gotta check that shit.
But even so, even like
Every thought.
the idea of one for the money, where he like is so good at making picks that he like makes it his whole life, but then he like goes cold, and then his life like falls apart, and like the lives of the people that he was helping falls apart, and it's just like, oh, there's such like a real thing there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That should be happening.
I don't know. How could you know anything about anything?
It's true.
We're just gambling. But yeah, I think you were hitting on it with the idea that there might be a force out there that is trying to leak immorality into our culture, into our way of doing things. It's like, that's the opposite of what's supposed to be going on here. Or what could be going on here if we all like fucking do our best.
Locked in.
Lock in. It's hard.
Stay on vibe.
But it is hard. It's a whole thing. It's too much.
Yo,
that's what it is.
That was awesome. That was sick. You've never hit a bridge on that before.
No.
That was
yeah,
nice.
that was new. That was a new step.
Oh shit, it's novel.
That shit's novel.
He just came to a conclusion live. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we need each other. We need community.
Way too
we need
much.
the church.
It's too much for us to handle individually. Life is too hard. Life is hard as shit.
Yeah. It's also awesome.
Yeah.
What an experience, you know?
Figure out a way to maximize your sacrifice of energy towards whatever spirit will give you the proper story.
It's just like, yeah, that kind of boils down to do your best if you could truly believe it. But also, it's like, you know, it's hard to always do your best.
It's too much.
Yes.
It's too much. It's simply too much.
It's like, also do your best means like, you know, it's like, well, just do your best. You say it like that too.
Well, have at 'em.
Yeah, sometimes life be like that, you know. But no, I'm trying to get more dubs than L's. It's just like
You can slay the Goliath, though. You can slay the Goliath, because you can't slay the Goliath, though. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
But you can slay the Goliath, though.
Yes.
But you can never slay the Goliath, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing that is a separating factor is God.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
It's like there's power in Jesus' name. It's like
It's too much.
when I was fasting, when I fast for Lent, I have like a different. I know I'm fasting for Jesus. Like I know I'm doing it through Him and for Him, and that's like my reference point when it gets hard. And those are easier. Those are way easier than just doing one where you don't like do it through Jesus. You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna fast. It's like Jesus like changes the equation, you know. And then it's like, yeah, I can just hear my pastor saying, Jesus changes the equation. Like I could hear a pastor saying that, but like it's I felt it like literally at the two different fasting times. I'm like, oh yeah, like that's the missing piece is the doing it through Christ. It's like, cause it's not you. It's too much for you.
No, yeah. You can tap into the power.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Let it flow through you.
It helps when
It's in
you're
us.
living to be
The Holy
blameless.
Spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in you. You can activate that thing.
Yeah, we hide from God. Like we put on clothes because we don't want to be naked with God. And I think that's sometimes like a straight up metaphor for the way that we feel about like the way we're living our life day to day. Like to just like try to have that open relationship with God where like you're good with your girlfriend, you know, and she's like mad at you versus like when it's like everything's good. It's like way more fun to like call her when everything's like good. But then if you perceive that your girlfriend, now take it back to Christ or God, it's like if you perceive that God would be upset with you, then it's hard to just like call him and just have like that good conversation because we're like ashamed and embarrassed and stuff like that. I think that's why like be blameless is so nice because it's like a easy way to just like not have shame and guilt. But you can't have shame and guilt and still call to God. Like he still wants you to like, a lot of the stories are like, please come back home, you know, still call on me and, you know, I'll be there for you.
I'm always there for you.
Yeah, facts.
Always. You have to run away. You know what I'm saying? But we choose to sometimes. And then some people choose to for real. And then it's like, whoa. That's the basically immorality leaking into the thing that's coming into the story here. Chaos and sin.
Yeah. It's a force like gravity is a force. It's almost like part of what's going on here innately. It's also like represented by groups sometimes, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a temptation. There's always a temptation to like
Mm-hmm.
to lie instead of tell the truth. Or run your civilization based on truth, or run it based on like
Manipulation and lies.
yeah. There's a temptation always.
That's yeah. Oh, we're all trying to ideally run our systems on the truth, and our systems include like the way we run our nations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One point that Cat Williams made was like
Oh yeah.
people won't like if you're gonna be tempted to do it the wrong way, the only way that you could be tempted is if there's like a benefit. And so like you have to remember that like when people are making these decisions, like they're going for a presumed benefit, or like when if these people would have migrated to these lands or set up on the water so consistently, it's like the reason that it did it is because there was like a benefit to doing that. So then you can think it in terms of like that was just like a term that kind of stuck in my mind, is like that is what people sometimes that'll affect your rationale, as if there's a benefit perceived. And then you could take like a short-term benefit, something to fix your now, and then there's a lot of pressure to do that if you're like especially in an impoverished community with low opportunities. It's like, yeah, I need some benefit right now. And
Mm.
I think that's so when we're talking about being cast into temptation, I think that's there's some kind of perceived benefit to doing it all the time. And sometimes that benefit's like translatable. Like I can steal, or I can make this lie and save $200. I could lie on my taxes and make like $5,000, you know? There's like a benefit to be perceived for sure.
Mm.
Easy
Mm.
preaching sermon is like there's no benefit like the kingdom of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can imagine that message for yourself. But
Mm-hmm. Storing up treasures in heaven,
yes.
where moths do not, or moths don't eat and rust, and thieves break in.
Yeah,
Type
exactly.
vibes.
I love that scripture too. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, But that's also to say that that's
Yeah,
why people don't necessarily. What were we gonna
it's
say?
always there. That temptation to steer away from that,
Right? Yeah,
to run away.
and it's because on some level it seems like all the benefits that you get from not necessarily doing like the Boy Scout route are so like obviously everybody's taking benefits from other departments and other places and being moral about this but immoral about that, and that we're all hypocrites and stuff like that. And it's just like that's logic's way of giving you an out. You're like, oh, I don't have to fucking do things the right way. Not everybody's doing things the right way. And then your rationale takes the benefit. But that's like
Mm-hmm.
slowly unearthing all your blamefulness, I think is like hopefully what you're trying to do here. If you believe in the idea of sanctification.
Mm-hmm. Trying to rid that temptation or overcome it. The mental battle, the mental jujitsu, fortify your mind.
Fortify that motherfucker.
In the blood of Christ.
That mother clucker. Yeah, something to think about.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, dog. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caddy wheels on the potty rogue. Yeah, he came to mind. But yeah, I know. Or I guess you were talking about like giving it a second listen through, and we were talking about rewatching stuff in the last episode. Because yeah, I think there was like I was thinking about also applying that idea to music, like the idea of like listening to an album. It's like sometimes you need to listen to it a couple times to get to like I don't know, kind of changes. And the thing that's changing is going from like unknown to, what I'm saying, known territory.
Yeah, that tracks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that part of that inclination to make things more known territory is manifested itself whenever you say that you were like compelled to remember their names. I think I've learned that names are a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering names and establishing that moment of like, this person knows my name. So I'm like more real, you know what I'm saying, in their story. More real, more observed to a degree. Something's going on there. And then whenever you like have multiple interactions or like you have multiple rewatches of a show, you're able to see things that you weren't able to see before. Or like other new things are presented within this framework that you've put upon whatever this thing is. It's like a new one every time. Or I'm getting 360s in this thought.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen Christ-like thoughts over here about how I could do things better in my own life. Yeah, you had me truly inspired.
Damn, yeah, I lost it. You're talking about something. Getting interrupted. Spiritual battles.
Like, dude, just hit stop and rewind it and lead yourself in, bro. It's like a cheat code.
Just knock it out. It'll
It,
come back.
it's okay. Okay, I'm with you.
It'll come back. But we were talking about just doing your best ultimately.
Yeah. In my head, I was thinking about just like giving people hugs or just like giving people like familial dap.
Oh yeah, the names, knowing the names.
Yes,
I
yes,
was
that's
in
good.
that. I think it's Carnegie, Dale Carnegie. How to win friends and influence people, and it was like it's kind of like some stuff about social interactions, and it's not manipulation, but it is to a degree because you're trying to like just make sure that things are like a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It's like how to maintain a social vibe,
yeah,
and sometimes it's not worth not maintaining a social vibe. Sometimes, but one of the big ones was names. And like in the service industry, it's definitely like that was like a I don't know, it's like a reoccurring theme within the last like couple months, or maybe like less, maybe a little bit less time, month and change. The idea of names, and I remember also feeling that super strongly whenever I was like a camp counselor at the YMCA, and I was in charge of like 15, 20 kids sometimes with like another camp counselor, and then we were going through with YMCA summer camp, doing summer camp things, archery camp, dodgeball, kickball, going swimming in the lake.
yeah. That's a
But
sick job.
it was fun. But one thing I definitely realized quick is the like knowing their name. Whenever I was trying to interact with life and make things happen in a beneficial way, which consisted of like trying to make things like orderly, it's like I have to like get them to do and not do things, and like we're trying to build a structure here, and like knowing their names, was like super big.
Mm,
I was like, instead of hey you, it was like Darian, get down, Jessica, stop, or like like knowing. And so that was like a super. I was like, this is a tool. This is an important thing, and that was like one of the chapters in the book for sure.
yeah,
But a long time ago. But names are important.
yeah.
Establishing that home, establishing that foundation,
Some people don't know how to.
known territory.
Yeah, there's a lot going into that. One is you're talking to a different part of their psyche when you're talking to their identity, and then if you're just like in a lobby spamming chat, that's like different than talking to my identity as a person, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so if you want to sell somebody something, even if that something is like just the idea that I need you to get down, it's like part of that CIA guy talking about how the layers of perception is like you want to address them like the psyche of their identity, because now you're like in a place where they're like actually open to even receiving the idea of you communicating with them. It's like someone calls my phone with like a spam number. It's like I'm not even like thinking about answering that phone, you know? But then if like I perceive it's like one of my friends, even on a subconscious level, is calling me, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like you get a like more genuine version of me. But then, yeah, then we get into that, like you said, it's like not manipulation, but like it is manipulation, you know? Because yeah, I don't want to manipulate people, but there's times where it's like, again, you need to, like sometimes maybe something unfair is happening, and I need to like advocate for myself and like explain how it's unfair, and then I'm gonna have to like manipulate your emotions on some level. I'm gonna have to explain to you how I'm getting screwed here, and then I need to make you feel bad for me,
Change the narrative.
especially if it's like it's true, like I really am getting
Mm-hmm,
screwed. You
mm-hmm,
know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm,
then you kind of owe it to yourself to actually doing it justice. Otherwise, you could just be like, if you don't care, then I don't care. And then she's like, well, no, yeah, I don't care then. But then you like, that's just not right, you know?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So on some level, manipulation's like necessary. Would you agree? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, or trying to make the story align more with truth. That's what we're like doing in our political battles, Where it's like, this is more true, we should do this. This is more true, we should do this. And we're all like, what's true? What is to follow?
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. It's like based on your judgment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh man,
Yes, our
culture
questions.
happening. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. We out here. Is a morality creeping into culture? Is there a force that's doing it? Yes.
Innately.
It's kind of the,
We've been,
I think.
we've been saying that about culture forever. It's like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And it's like people are getting more naked on TV every day.
Mm-hmm. What are we
Also,
doing?
but yeah, shit like Euphoria, it's just like high school kids doing drugs and stuff.
What are we doing? I don't know. Yeah, for For sure. We didn't mention it in a pod previous, but you were just like, hold up, pause. Is there like ever any reason to have like a sex scene in a movie?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, I kind of
not
stand by
really.
that take. Yeah.
Not really, no. It's not necessary at all.
If it's like critical to the movie's plot line that these two people have sex, like even so, you could just like,
Imply it.
yeah, for sure.
Implications.
Yeah.
And then we're pushing that boundary.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
A lot of sex scenes aren't even because they were necessary for character arc, like at all. Like most of them, not really at all.
I don't think so.
It's like a small
Even
number.
if it is, it's like implications. Come on, there's a line.
Yeah.
What are you willing to show?
Yeah, they're all over it, bro. They're all over it. You can be tasteful, but some of them are wild.
And then why are we pushing it?
More markets, more pockets.
Mo DraftKings.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No.
Is it good?
Liberty's good. Freedom's good. The
Yeah,
free will's
I'm here
good.
for it.
Especially
That's part of the game. That's part of the game.
Mm,
The free will aspect of it.
yeah, now you're talking.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. That's why we hoop. That's like well, yeah, but it gets weird because I'm like, okay, so we just
Weird.
lock in, play tight, make perfect decisions across the board, and then we'll dominate. It's like that's like every other sport, but it's not like that. No, it's different. Yeah, it's cool. It's like grace, mercy.
You're gonna be persecuted.
That's yeah. That's cool though. It's cool to know that's what's up. I'll be like reading the Bible.
We
And
dub
it's
in the
like,
end, though. We dub.
Yeah, that's the dub.
It's
That's
a
the
dub.
Kobe moment. Like, yeah, bro. Be excited.
Oh, we're gonna get to see it. That'd be cool.
On some level, perceive it for sure. I don't think it's just gonna be like, all right, so we dubbed up. It's over. Welcome to the H spot. This is heaven. Ready? Oh, we're just like, oh,
Maybe.
start glowing forever.
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter much at that point, anyways. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to be able to get to see. I'm pretty sure riding in on a horse is an aspect of it. Coming in ready to slaughter.
Yeah, that
Coming through bang.
be crazy, bro. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
the idea of it's awesome. Like even if it's not 21 Savage playing in the background, just the idea that our savior is going to come in and like save us that's awesome.
It's the best.
Yeah, super cool. Man, there's another thing we're talking about. Manipulating is like innately wrong. It feels like, but maybe necessary in social circumstances, especially like knowing people's names. You know what I'm saying? It's powerful.
Super powerful. It's different. It's a different part of their brain you tap into whenever you say it. It's like if you hear your name, you're like,
For sure. It's
what's
a
up?
different part of me.
Yeah. Talking to me or different Matthew?
Yeah, you ever call your teacher mom on accident? It's like sometimes I think that's how that happens. It's like, Matthew, yes, mom. I mean, oh fuck,
Ma'am?
Yeah, got me with my name. Yeah, it's powerful. It also makes people feel important. Like people checking to see if you like are really listening or making a connection, or if this is an authenticity check. I don't even know how to check authenticity, but if you're gonna formulate some kind of way, that's a good. We always say like they have a good handshake. It's like, what are you doing there? We're checking authenticity, brother.
Here we are. We're logged in. We're in the same lobby. We matched up again. The matchmaking of just like situational life.
Yeah,
People you run into at different points in life, different points in the day, and different points in their story. You know what I'm saying? We're all just like interacting with each other.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're all coming out. Everyone's coming out of their own life into whatever version of them comes into a situation like that.
Or at their job.
Yeah, that's just work version of them. They're on work pilot. It's very
Now you see their name tag and boom, you hit them with the name. They're like, oh shit. What's up?
dude. Eye contact's like that too. Making eye contact with somebody.
Yeah, we're here. We're logged in.
Yeah,
Like we're in, right? Like you're in. I'm in. I see you here. Here we are. We're logged in.
yeah. Thanks.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, that changes the conversation. You can have more like meaningful moments with people. Like, hi, I'm Matthew. So you passed 3 vibe checks in one right there. That's something. Remember the name on the backside?
Yeah, I remember the name. It's like inherently makes you like think subconsciously, or it's like this is a. They made it a part of their energy holding memory banks, storage space of a mind, and made time for me. And made space for me. They put me in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
worth. My name is worth remembering. You know,
Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah, facts.
That takes something. That takes something. It's not nothing. It's like, damn. And then they're like, I remember your name. I hit one on Saturday whenever I went to the volleyball game.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, it was Tuesday and I was like coaching the team because like the head coach was sick. I was like running practice and I was like, what's up? Here we go. It's a little practice time.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I saw one of the dads for the D2 team and they were playing after the D3 team. And then they were, like walking into the gym after grab your snack, talk to coach, a breakout moment. The other team was walking in, and then I saw one of the dads that was helping me on Tuesday, and I was like, Andy, right? And he was like, yeah. But his vibe was like, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, shit. Oh, fuck.
I don't know if he's chill like that.
Oh, dude, he's chill.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your name again?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Fuck. Okay, it's hard. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta. I give
We
that
could
to
be
people.
chill.
Yeah. I like the honesty for sure. That's fine.
It takes something, you know. It does take like a little mental fortitude, like a little. What is that? Egoic contribution. Whatever part of your mind and control you have control over, you're able to enable some of it and do a little good. You know, you do a little good.
Yes, I agree with that. It's a good thing. It's not manipulation in that sense. It's not. It's like caring about someone. I care to know your name. It's like the opposite of manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when friends and influence people is an interesting bridge because it's like your life would go better if you were more loving. How do I sell you that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It's a fruit of the spirit.
That's cash.
It's fruit of the spirit.
Ching.
Super worth it, y'all. Super worth it.
It's the only thing that's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
According especially to Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell. He's like, we're looking for fruits. He goes, oh, fruits of the spirit.
I want some fruits. I want a kiwi. Get a boy a kiwi.
That'd be cool if you just like your spirit just was like generating kiwi a lot. It's like, yeah, in this spirit in this season of life, I'm just cooking on this fruit.
Let's cook it. Got the kiwi phase, apple phase, peach phase, pear phase, banana phase. We're going. Fruits.
Like temples in Zelda.
Yeah. There we go. Right, for real.
Yeah, so I got
How many are there in the Ocarina? The 7? Nah, it's like
it's-
5, right?
I think it's like 3 and then 7.
It's definitely 3. Yeah, I think it's 3 when you're young, and then right,
Yeah,
and then after that you got to do 7.
I think so. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's like the earth, the fire, the water, the psychic, the time.
Times in the desert.
Yeah.
Maybe it is 6. Is there another one? Is there an ice one?
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
6, 5, something like that.
Maybe it's only 5. Regardless.
Regardless.
Yes, that's what it feels like.
Different temples.
Different seasons of your life are bringing different parts of you to the surface to like figure out how to develop that fruit in your own spirit steadily.
Mm-hmm.
How to change it's transformation too. Like you become transformed. It's magical.
Yeah, and as a church, we're told to like encourage people to do that through the blood of Christ.
Yeah,
That stands over your life because you could do anything. You can create anything here.
yeah,
You have the ability to interact and interface with this experience and have a maximum story with maximum impact. That's a crazy movie. And do some shit. Do something you're called to do. You know, it could be dope, or it could be at least it could be what it's supposed to be.
worthwhile.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it, dog.
That's all I'm looking for.
That's it. The spirit of the thing that makes anything worthwhile.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
that? Because why have the ability to do anything, access to infinite excess, but not have the ability to make yourself like feel at peace or be like, you know, safe, secure here?
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
Because it's too much. Of course, we're gonna have anxiety. Of course, we're gonna have. This is inevitable.
Yeah,
This game's too much. We're gonna be depressed. We're gonna be sad. It's gonna be too much at times.
yeah,
We're gonna be overwhelmed. But there's a spirit that you can sacrifice to that will make things at least worth it. And that's better than what's happening almost to a degree. It's deeper. And sometimes following that will lead to, I guess, through the book of Job, it will lead to like the success. You know what I'm saying? Like he does get blessed up at the end. Like that's like he comes through. Yeah, he comes through. If not for you, then for your kids or for someone else in your story. But you could have a great movie.
I couldn't agree more.
The spirit or whatever gives you that great movie. The ability to interpret it in your mind as such.
That's a whole different thing that's going on. Is that we all have a story that's like we're writing it, but really it's like you're just perceiving what's happening around you, and like those things become your story based on your perception of the story. And that thing is transformable. You know, the interpretation of your story also has the capacity to transform, but only really through the blood of Christ. That thing that could make it worthwhile for those things to like make sense to you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for things to like for Job it just like gets better. And then it's like, oh yeah, my wife was wrong. Like I knew she was wrong, but like, do you know in that moment? It's like based on faith and faith alone. I know, and that would be his perception based on the transformation he'd gone through. You know. But for another person who hadn't been through that, it's like, you know, if your wife is saying like this is never going to work out for you, and then it doesn't work out for you, it's like, oh, she was right. They were right about me. But then it's like it does work out for you. Now your whole story is different, you know, like different interpretation of the story.
Hmm.
So our story is always open to like changing on a dime or what the meaning of it was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the optimum, what that could become, is like through Christ. And even if it's like worthwhile is a nice word because it's like you don't have to be a movie star for this to have been like the best experience you could have possibly had. But it feels like, well, I'm not LeBron James, so I'm not sure this is going to be like the best experience I could have had.
Mm-hmm. Well, even then, it's like you see that. I think there was a tweet. I listened to the Ruslan podcast where it's talking about a Joe Rogan episode recently with one of the MMA episodes with like Benny or whatever, or one of the I forget his name.
What's the old guy?
Older gentleman, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I listened to that. He's like an announcer, right?
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh no, 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 no,
In
no,
the
no, no.
MMA world,
I know what you're talking about now for sure.
yeah,
They're older guys. There's two guys.
yeah. Where he's talking about like forgiving his son's
Yeah,
killer
yeah,
or whatever. I was
yeah.
like, yo. But yeah, Ruslan was talking about that. But then he was saying that there was a tweet that Elon had tweeted where he was talking about what did he say? I think it was relatively recent. But I think he had said like to the person who said that like money can't buy you happiness, like they were right, more or less. Something to that illusion.
Yeah.
And then people are like, Book Solomon, dog. Solomon be talking about this dog. He be going crazy. Or he has like he goes off the deep end to a degree. At least perceivably, like from now standards, from what he was like started as, like super wisdom and super wise, but he lived in like a crazy abundant time, had a whole bunch of like concubines. And then like he wrote Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, and Proverbs was like just bars. It's probably the most highlighted section in my Bible out of the lines per like it's the most densely highlighted portion of the Bible for sure for me.
Yeah.
It's just like a book of wisdom, or it's kind of what it's considered to be. It's like kind of general wisdom. And then Ecclesiastes, I guess, is kind of in a similar mindset. I think they called Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and then the Song of Solomon, like a kind of like a set, a little volume 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Bible a little bit. But Proverbs is dope. A lot of great Proverbs. But in the second Ecclesiastes, his vibe is more like everything is vanity. Life's a vapor. This shit's all gone. You know,
Yeah. Checks out.
the story's bigger than you.
Yeah.
The story of you is more meaningful and fruitful than the pursuit of like making yourself feel good
Yes.
on your own. It's like, you will enjoy the fruit of the other side even better.
Yes.
The fruit tastes sweeter. At first, it's more bitter.
Sour is sweet.
Yeah, it's hard.
What is it? Bitter is sweeter.
When preach be like, the pastors are like, if you can't say amen, say ouch.
What is it like? What's the next line?
I don't know. That's just like an ending line to a sentiment that he would be like preaching before, like something that might be hitting close to home. I was like, shit.
That one just hits close to home. Like
Mm-hmm.
feel that. Yeah, yeah, I'm with that. Say
He's
amen,
calling out
Jesus.
sin. It's just like, oh yeah.
Man, what were you just saying about Solomon writing Proverbs, going off the deep end, Book of Wisdom?
Oh yeah, it's like life is vanity, or like everything
Yeah,
is
yeah.
vanity. It's kind of more almost like not depressing, but I was like, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's the sentiment behind why Drake made Is There More?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like hit it, egg on tomorrow. It's all gone. It's also fast.
Yeah, that's the crazy
You
thing.
can maximize experience. There's something more than our ability to maximize experience through our own interpretation of what would maximize your experience.
Yeah.
It's like what would make you so like filled with the positive emotion that you're like crying or like, you know, like maxed out. It's overmesh, like whatever you're like taking the fucking multi megas and you're going up, and it's just like I was crying, just crying, you know, in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. Yeah. Just having,
I was crying, man.
just experiencing beauty or like love or like the optimum positive emotions kind of just like harmoniously playing out.
Yeah, that idea's been a recurrent thought, but we'll hop over to Patreon, talk about this a little more.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You want to take a little break, or are you good?
I'm down. What are you thinking?
I'm down either way.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah, word.
I guess, no, I still got some coffee. I'm good.
Okay, bet. Yeah, we're just gonna hop over to Patreon. YouTube, we love you. Always a pleasure. We'll see you in a billion years. Have a great life. Hopefully you had a good Super Bowl.
Bet the Hawks.
I was gonna say, hopefully you hit the Hawks, but I was like, do I want to push your morality? You want to push your morality?
Market analyzer. I don't want to lie to myself. If you're a Patriots fan, you've had enough.
Hawks.
You've had enough. No, I'm sorry. It's always tough to lose the Super Bowl.
Hawks. Yeah, don't be greedy with it. We'll see you. Love you. YouTube. Patreon. Check it out. Peace.
Bye.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might